Hi guys, infyte here. Welcome back to why infyte loves Super Mario 3D World despite not having a Super Mario 3D World poster in his room. How do I still not have one? The first thing that comes to mind when somebody says Super Mario 3D World is probably the music. Super Mario 3D World has arguably one of the best soundtracks in the Mario series, with favorites like Super Bell Hill, Double Cherry Pass, and Champions Road. This is opinionated, but it's beloved by many, and so beloved they even made a CD for certain Club Nintendo members. Now, I didn't get a chance to get the CD, as I wasn't really following up on Club Nintendo back then, but looking back, I would have gotten that CD in a second. The music is just that good. Now, I'm a little bit obsessed with Super Bell Hill, as it's in every single video I've made. But there's a good reason to that. My videos are happy, upbeat, and overall just joyful, and that's exactly what Super Bell Hill communicates to me. Now here's some more music that helps me make me feel better about myself. Now let's talk about level design, one of the most unique features about Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U and Super Mario 3D Land for the 3DS. Yeah, I'm not forgetting about that one. Super Mario 3D World did something that no Mario game had done before, 2D levels that are 3D. Now, it may sound confusing at first, and I was a bit confused too when I first heard the term as well, but they made the levels so that they are 2D levels, but you can move the camera around. That's perfect. Makes games so like you can actually see what's going on around you with the different perspectives and everything, but it's not completely open world, which is great for people who don't really do well in open world games like me. And it's not as simple as a side-scroller, also for people like me. Now hold the phone, we're not done yet. Let's talk about these graphics. These graphics are amazing. Particularly for a Wii U game. I mean, this looks better than Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. We thought that looked good. Look at this! These level designs, the character models, and even the in-game renders, everything just looks spot on. I mean, what can you not love about this game? It literally has everything. Super Mario 3D World has a variety of different items, including classic ones and brand new ones. Some of the classic ones, like the Mega Mushroom, the Fire Flower, and even the Tanuki suit are all back, with some new ones, such as the Double Cherry, the Cat Bell, and the Boomerang Flower. Wait, that's not new, that was in Super Mario 3D Land! Wait, there's more? Well, according to my $30 Super Mario Encyclopedia, there's a lot more. No, I don't have it with me. Don't judge me, okay? I'm sorry. Super Mario 3D World added so many new power-ups. The Cat Bell, which turns you into a cat and lets you climb up on walls and claw at enemies. The Boomerang outfit, which lets you throw boomerangs and become one of the Boomerang Bro lookalikes. This was introduced in 3D Land. Why did I even say this? Now this is where it gets juicy. You can turn into a Goomba. It says right here on the Mario Wiki, it must be true! That's right. You can put on different masks. You can turn into a propeller block, which lets you jump 3 extra times really high, the red POW block, which lets you break a bunch of blocks at once, and of course, the Goomba mask, which lets you turn into a Goomba, not letting enemies attack you. The normal items would be great, but this is amazing. And oh yeah, Captain Toad levels. You remember Captain Toad from Super Mario Galaxy? Yeah, there are Captain Toad levels where you can't jump. Why can't you jump in a Mario game? Because it's a Captain Toad level! You play as Captain Toad in a puzzle-like maze while you try to get all 5 green stars. But there's a gimmick. You can't jump due to the heavy backpack on your back. You know, I always liked the idea for this kind of puzzle, but actually playing it is sort of a pain for me. It even got so popular that it got a spin-off title. But I got that game and then I sold it, because this just isn't my kind of game. You need to be able to jump in order to complete a level for me. And yes, I saved the best for last. The big selling point for me to buy Super Mario 3D World, the characters. You can either play as Mario, who has all-around stats but no special abilities, Luigi, who can jump really high but run slower, Peach, who can float, Toad, who can run fast but not jump high, and if you unlock World's Special World -2, then you can unlock Rosalina with her famous spin attack. This was always the selling point for me. The idea of certain characters having different abilities and the strategy for picking which character you want to be always inspired me to choose what character I want. I always thought this was a good idea, and they tried doing that with New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, but those all failed. So guys, that is the reason why I love Super Mario 3D World so much. It just has such great potential for either a deluxe port on the Switch or a sequel. And now you know why I'm obsessed with the game and why I'm talking about it all the time and why I love the game to death. Wait a second. This feels kind of familiar.
Why Dr. Finley loves Super Mario 3D World $30 Mario Encyclopedia to unlock the Mario game? Because it's a Captain Toad level!
No, I promised I wouldn't go back. I promised! You started this. It's all your fault. This would have never happened without you. But it's time to end this once and for all. Hi, my name is Infyte, and this is why I love Super Mario 3D World for the Nintendo Switch. There. You happy? Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you're happy because I'm embarrassing myself wearing the same shirt as I did 5 freaking years ago. Somehow still fits me because I haven't grown it off in 5 freaking years. Okay. I need to calm down and just rip it off like a band-aid. I got this. So after making the original video on May 6th, 2020, a deluxe port of Super Mario 3D World was announced and released only a few months later in the form of Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. While you may think I'm just gonna keep dick-sucking the game for the rest of my life, I've actually found myself having a lot of trouble coming back to the game. Just to paint the picture for you, no pun intended, I've yet to 100% Super Mario 3D World, and a lot of the points I made when I was younger have changed quite a bit. So here is why Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury did not own up to the hype. First off, the music is still phenomenal as always. I will give it that. The music is still also damn nostalgic, and I'll never take that back. Some of the new tracks that I personally enjoy are Lake Lapcat, Scamper Shores, and Bowser's Fury, just to name a few. The latter was actually so universally loved that it was included in the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Next up is the level design. As for 3D World, I've learned that it really isn't as good as some of the other 3D Mario games out there. After playing through it again, as well as playing through Odyssey, Galaxy, and even Bowser's Fury, I can completely understand why so many people were upset with it being the only 3D Mario game on the Wii U. With the amount of linear Mario games at the time, with 3D Land, also known as the worst 3D Mario game in existence, the new Super Mario Bros. Games, and even Galaxy 2 being arguably one of the more linear 3D Mario games, fans were right to be upset with how linear the levels were. Although, now that we have it on the same console as Odyssey and Bowser's Fury, I think a lot of the disappointment towards the game has gone down a ton. Think of it this way. There are 2D games with the new Super Mario Bros. Games and Mario Wonder. There are linear 3D Mario games with the Galaxy and 3D style games. And then there are open world 3D Mario games with Odyssey and Bowser's Fury. I don't really think it's fair to judge 3D World on the same level as Odyssey and Bowser's Fury, because they aren't intended to be open world games. So it is a bit disappointing how often this game is overlooked and trashed on because of this. But I will definitely say it is not the best 3D Mario game out there. And it's not the best 2D Mario game out there. Because it's neither. It's its own identity, and I think that's just what makes the game so universally loved. As for the visuals, the game has actually aged really well. Bowser's Fury looks amazing in-game, and is really what people have wanted in an open-world Mario game for so long. Although it is held back drastically by the amount of lag spikes and frame drops in the Switch 1 version of the game. Hopefully, the Switch 2 version of the game will fix these issues and allow us to see the game in 4K, which I'm really excited for. My statements about how well it looked on the Wii U were not the most accurate, especially when comparing it to Smash 4, which is one of the most stupid and dumb things I've ever said in my life. There is one more thing I will say that Nintendo did well with the 3D World port on Switch. The fact that you can now play the entire game in online multiplayer is amazing. That is literally the only way I can get myself to come back to the game is when I'm playing online with friends. The amount of chaos that occurs when I play this game online is hilarious, and I just can't experience that in any other Mario game. Now here is where I have a bit to complain about with the port on Switch. There was only one new item introduced, being the white catsuit, which is A, really stupid, B, extremely broken, and C, it is locked behind the Cat Mario amiibo, which you need to buy for $15. I honestly have no idea why Nintendo didn't add any new power-ups to 3D World or even Bowser's Fury. I will say though, the way the items work in Bowser's Fury, allowing you to hold 5 of each item and being able to use them whenever you want, is pretty genius, and I will commend them for that. And finally, the most disappointing and absolutely brain-dead decision Nintendo made while porting this game over to the Switch. The thing that was the most obvious addition to include in a port of this game. There is not a single new character added to 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. And now it's David's Fury. Seriously, the one personality trait that this game had were the vast number of unique and fun characters to play as, each with their own ability. You would think that a deluxe port would add some new ones. Maybe Daisy with her double jump from Mario Run, or Yoshi with a flutter jump and the ability to eat enemies, or Nabbit who wouldn't be able to get hurt by enemies, or even Toadette who would be able to get an extra free hit when small. Nope! Not a single new character was added to Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Toadette was even planned and scrapped, as we could see in the files in the game. She was literally already coded in. I really don't understand what the hell Nintendo was thinking here. I'm really disappointed that the game didn't include this. I mean, all of these characters were included as playable characters in Mario Wonder, so it was obviously considered during development. But the thing is with Wonder, that none of these characters have abilities other than Yoshi and Nabbit, who are considered easy mode characters. Seriously, the ideas are right there and would take no effort just to make them a little bit different statistically. That brings me to why I also really much hate Mario Wonder. All the things that 3D World did right, Wonder didn't carry over, and all the things 3D World did wrong, Wonder fixed. Wonder added so many new characters which 3D World suffered from, but they got rid of all the abilities, and it made them completely useless. The online multiplayer that 3D World had was amazing, but Wonder decided to do something really stupid and not even allow you to interact with others while playing online. If Nintendo combined the best of both of these games, it would create an amazing gem of a game that would be played for generations to come. I love them so much and would praise them for their innovative gameplay and replayability. I have learned so much over the past 5 years, and it's really helped me to realize that 3D World is not the perfect Mario game. It's actually far from it. There are a lot of things I hope Nintendo fixes when they make an inevitable sequel to the game, and I'd be ecstatic to see what kind of features and inclusions they would add. With all that being said though, thank you all so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, consider becoming a member of the Infyte Squad, which will give you exclusive perks like seeing my videos early, getting a shout out at all the end of my videos, and getting priority responses. And with that, thank you all so much for watching, make sure to like and subscribe, take care, and bye-bye.